Stand by to receive our transmission.
Where are you boys from in the world?
Alabama, sir.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Welcome to the Bama Geeks podcast. We are four friends diving into our favorite pop culture topics with a dash of Southern charm.
We have the tools, we have talent. It's Miller time.
Whoa, this is heavy.
Pizza dude's got 30 seconds.
Wait, what? Crazy? You didn't say I was crazy.
You got the wrong guy. I'm the dude, man.
You want something done, you've got to do it yourself.
Be excellent to each other. Party on, dudes!
So grab your biscuits and gravy, a glass of sweet tea, and enjoy the nerdy hospitality of Brock and Jessica Parker, Bo Bearden, and Kevin Gardner.
This is the way.
This is the way.
And welcome in to episode 20. We are 20 in to the Bama Geeks podcast. Hope you are doing well. Woo, look at that.
Woo woo.
Look over there. They done hit 20.
Ooh, I remember that. It's been a while.
Oh, Lord, the Alabamians are coming. Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord. So we really appreciate all the support. That's what we've been doing it for 20 episodes. It's been 84 weeks. Oh, I'm Brock Parker, and with me as always,
Midgie Parker. Sorry. Trying to add a little more to my intro.
She's a Tootsie Roll. What can I say?
That's it. And it's Kevin.
And it's I who continually knows what I'm doing, Bo.
Yeah, we were watching a live stream the other night on YouTube, a channel called Geek Dad Life. Have you seen that, Bo?
I know of it, but I haven't seen it in a while.
Well, at one point, the thumbnail from a day or two ago, Alyssa, my daughter, was looking at it, and she goes, "Is that Uncle Bo?" And it's like, "No, it's not him." But you have a slight twin in a shot.
I have many doppelgangers. Like, I've been on so many things. Like, about 14 or 15 years ago, I went on a cruise with my family, and I had somebody from like Ohio swear up and down I was like their friend from back home, because like I think I just have one of those faces. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I'm not sure, but I do.
Well, you proved that at Dragon Con this year.
That is true. That is very true.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Go back a few episodes and check that story out. It's like my mom also noticed. Mom never thought anybody looked like me, which, I mean, it's mom. But when I was in the Air Force, she mailed me an advertisement. It was a JCPenney advertisement out of the newspaper for Arizona jeans. And the guy looked like me. And she said, "When did you start modeling for JCPenney?"
Oh, my goodness.
And I'm like, "Mom, I didn't." But yeah, he did look like me. I wish I still had the ad. But yeah, the guy was a dead ringer for me. But I fooled my mom. So yeah.
Well, people used to tell me for some reason that they always said I look like Renee Zellweger. Do I look like her?
No, because you don't have lemon sucking lips.
Okay. See, I didn't know whether to take that as a good thing or a bad thing, because she always had that sour look on her face. So I thought,
but I mean, have you seen Renee Zellweger now, though? Now that she's done more movies, she's lost that.
She's had some work.
Face, yeah.
She's had some work.
Yeah, no, Renee has never been one of my favorite actresses, so I stopped paying attention to her years ago.
Okay. I just, people used to tell me that, and I'm like, okay. And like I said, didn't know if that was a compliment or what. Do I have a sour look on my face? I don't know. I mean, anyway.
I guess since we're talking about looking like people, up until like, I don't know, probably a year ago, I guess the amount of gray in my hair has surpassed the amount of the black in my hair.
Mm-hmm.
And until then, I would randomly be going through like a drive-through at McDonald's or something, and it would be male and female would both look at me, and they just randomly would be like, "You look like Robert Downey Jr."
Oh, hey.
And I was like, and of course I'm thinking, pre-drugs or drugs or not? So we're talking Iron Man Robert Downey Jr. or before that, you know?
Yeah.
But it's just like it would just randomly happen. I would just have like people that would say, "You like Robert Downey Jr." I'm like, Thank you. I appreciate that.
In my early
I don't see it, but okay.
In my early 20s, the only celebrity I was ever mistaken for or called for, which was coincidentally he was at the bonfire for the University of Alabama that weekend, was John Popper of Blues Traveler.
What?
Don't get me wrong. I know I'm not Mr. Slim and Trim, but also at the same time, no offense to John Popper, but I wasn't as a rotund of a man as he was.
Yeah, he's not anymore.
Someone called you John Popper?
Yes.
I've had people tell me that I look like Stephen Page from the Bare Naked Ladies.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Well, yeah, I could say that.
Yeah, I wish I could sing like that and had his money.
True.
Not
if
as-
I
not
had
as-
$1 million
not as
dollars.
I knew that was coming.
I couldn't help it. It
Let
was
me tell
there.
you what I'll never have. That.
Yeah, but you were mentioning Geek Dad Life. That's a great show on YouTube. Look that up. Me and Brock have recently been watching a lot of his stuff on YouTube and highly recommend him. And while I'm in the business of shout outs, I'm going to return a shout out back to Mr. Jay Key, who is the mayor of Toku Toy Town. Jay Key, he is a
walking encyclopedia
Yes,
of
thank
Godzilla
you.
and kaiju knowledge.
I was going to say connoisseur, walking encyclopedia. If you have that love of Godzilla and anything else that falls under the kaiju universe, go check out tokutoytown.com. And Jay, he accumulates all kind of rare collectibles in that area. So definitely go check him out. And
He's the co-host also of Yes Have Some podcasts. They do YHS on Monster Island, where he and our friend Jake Walsh get together and they talk all things Godzilla
yeah,
and kaiju. So that's over in the YHS network. So we appreciate that.
I am not as well versed as the two of them are in this genre, this universe, but I do enjoy listening to them talk about it because they have such a great passion for this fandom and for that. So it's always enjoyable for me to hear them talk about it. It makes me want to be a bigger fan of these things.
And there's a lot of history in those, and I don't think we'll ever get caught up, but we can certainly appreciate it.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Yeah. Goodness. It's the day after Christmas for us.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a very relaxing Christmas. We really didn't. We had to go get my kids over on the other side of the state. They're here with us right now. So if you hear any noises in the background, it's going to be them digging for food because we haven't fed them dinner yet.
You guys are going to wait until we do our podcast, and then you can eat.
Dave said he was already coming in to get leftovers and a little bit more so he wouldn't have to worry about interrupting us in the middle of the podcast. So.
And my daughter has been sleeping now for a couple of hours. I hope she's going to be able to sleep through the night. If not, she'll just get up and start crocheting, and that'll put her back to sleep. Yeah. So.
What everyone in their generation likes to do, crochet.
Yeah, I was about to say.
She's a diamond in the rough for sure.
But she's so good at it.
Oh, she's fantastic at it.
She makes some really, really nice things. I mean, I wish I had that kind of talent and patience and time to do those kind of things myself.
Yeah. And once she gets slowed down a little bit from her extracurricular activities and stressing so much about where she wants to go to college and everything, she'll maybe reopen her Etsy store and sell some things, which I will shamelessly plug because, it's what a dad does.
You're a dad, you have a platform. You better use it.
That's right. But yeah, they're here for the week and always excited to have them. It's like I said, we just wrapped up the Christmas season, so I have not seen you guys really a whole lot on social media the last 24 hours and stuff. We've been off of it, and so I'd love to know, because we're geeks and we love toys and presents and stuff like that. How did Christmas turn out for you guys?
Well, for me, I'm glad to know that Santa is consistent at me at 40 as he was from my younger years till I was 12, 13, 14, 15. But I received in my Christmas from my Santa, my lovely Mrs. Claus I live with. I had things from Ghostbusters, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Batman, the big three there, and video games. So she did me a good favor. Like I said, I bought all the plasma series of the 84 figures, but I hadn't touched any of the Afterlife figures yet because I was still lenient. Even though I know I was going to like the movie, I was going to wait.
Yeah.
And then of course I got to look and I couldn't find them, and I was just like, So she was awesome. She got me all the kids and all the old guys, sans the family that bust together pack that I will never, ever find remotely around us ever again.
Well, now that Christmas is over and you've received your gifts, I will let you in on a secret. I have been trying to help her find that stupid pack.
She told me. She told me that.
Yeah,
she told me that.
I have been looking and looking, and it has not appeared in the Birmingham, Alabama area.
Not at all.
Well, like
nowhere.
It's kind of gone to my motivation of ever finding 90s NECA Turtles figures ever around us, which that's another thing I'll talk in a minute here. But yeah, I got all the older guys, got all the kids. She got me a cool Mini Puff shirt from Hot Topic.
Oh,
like
nice.
I'll have to send a picture and send it to you guys, but essentially it's like Mini Puffs attacking each other as normal. You know, they're the rambunctious.
Okay.
Got some let's see, NECA Ninja Turtles. I got some of the frogs. I cannot think of their names. Oh,
Battletoads?
No, the digital frogs. The punk frogs. That's it. The punk frogs. I got them. And then I got a 1966 Batman Lego Batmobile set.
Oh, yeah. I think I saw that one.
We saw that today, didn't we?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So that, and I got a game I've been holding out on just because I was like, I'll wait to get it. And she was like, well, I need something else to get you for Christmas. So she got me Resident Evil 8. So that'll be
nice.
So like you said, video games, Batman, Ninja Turtle, Ghostbuster toys. I am 40. Yes, I am happily with it, and I love every second of it.
And that's okay. We'll get to my Christmas presents in a bit.
Yeah.
And Brock's.
Kevin, how about you, bud?
I'm a little more difficult to buy for. Everybody that knows me knows that, I'm a fan like you guys, but I'm picky. And there's only if you ever want to see what you bought me out, on display, it falls within a narrow stream of things that I would put out. So, doesn't mean I don't enjoy things, but it makes it a little more difficult when folks, they're like, well, obviously you're a Star Wars and a Ghostbusters fan and you like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and stuff like that. But what do you want? It's like, I don't know, just stuff. I don't have anything in specific. So this year on social media, I posted up about, my tree and putting things on the tree and the fact that this year, the number of Stay Puffed figures, ornaments I had now outnumber the number of Star Wars ornaments I have on the tree. So this year was the first time that Ghostbusters reigned supreme as far as the number of types or like a genre of or franchise of ornaments on the tree. That was apparently like the flares of Gondor, the flame of Gondor to people, because they were like, oh, he's talking about ornaments. So the majority of what I got this year was ornaments.
Wow.
And dude, I am not complaining.
Yeah.
I got some of the most awesome ornaments. I even got one, and you guys listening, you can't see, but I will show the folks here since we're using a video.
Oh, nice.
I got the Chrome Millennium Falcon that I'm actually going to, it's going to be out year round. I'm going to figure out a way to hang it up here so I can look at it. And it is heavy. So, it on another subject, have you guys noticed how heavy Hallmark ornaments have gotten?
Oh, yeah. Extremely.
They're it's like if you have any kind of tree, it's like you have to if you have one of those fake trees, you've got to put 3 or 4 of the branches together just to hold them up, or put some sort of rigging system in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got some other stuff. I got a neat little portrait I'm going to put over here of Grogu. Another one I'm going to put over here on my blank wall. Get it put up here really soon. And you guys, I don't know whether y'all can see it, but it's right there. And then see it right over by
yeah. Granted,
it's right by my right here.
Got the screen kind of minimized.
I see. Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah.
Yep. So, got quite a mishmash of stuff, but it was mostly Star Wars stuff. Which anybody that's been listening to me ramble on this podcast for any time knows that I'm a huge Star Wars fan. So, not any disappointment whatsoever. So, yeah, I had I guess considering some of the events that happened to this Christmas, I had a really good one.
Good.
Got to spend time with some various members of family, and it was awesome.
Nice.
Good.
You were talking about after Christmas is over, I have a couple, and you can find these at Hobby Lobby, Kevin, the little hooks that you can hang the ornaments on. Because once I take everything off our tree, I take the the Grogu ornament that I have, and I hang it and I leave it out all year long, along with some of my Anna Hallmark ornaments. I leave those out.
So it's like it's a large hook or something.
Yeah.
That you, oh wow.
Yeah, they got
going and getting that.
Yeah, they're on stands.
Yeah, they're stands with like the hook piece around it, so you can hang the ornament on. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I'm like, these Hallmark ornaments are so awesome, and it's a shame to put them away. So these stands give a nice way to display those.
Definitely putting that on display for sure. This Millennium Falcon's
That's
phenomenal.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah, that looks really nice.
I know, no doubt.
Yeah, I've got a Hallmark Haunted Mansion ornament with a hitchhiking ghost. I didn't even bother trying to put it on the tree. It sits on my computer desk.
Yeah.
And it plays the Grim Grinning Ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
I have one large, that's a medium-sized tote that I put all of my ornaments in. And this year, it was exceedingly difficult to get everything packed up because I actually took my tree down tonight. I'm on one of those weird ones that will take it down before the end of the year. So I went ahead and took it down tonight, and then I got everything together, and I had to, it was like Tetris. I had to like put everything and pack it in there just perfectly just to get everything together.
Yeah.
Because I got so many new ornaments this year.
Yeah.
And I was going to say, Star Wars is now, or next year will be the dominant genre again, or the franchise again, because I got so many new Star Wars ornaments this year. So when at least starting out next year when I put the tree up, it'll be more Star Wars. So we'll see if Ghostbusters catches up again.
I love looking forward to what new ornaments are coming out, especially the Hallmark ones every year. I always look forward to seeing those.
Well, you want to toss a coin to who goes next with ours?
I guess I'll go ahead.
Okay.
Sure.
Well, that was an easy one.
Well, my Santa Brock was very, my husband has the wonderful gift. His love language is giving, and he excels at it. He just does not, he never disappoints. Because I'm one of those, it's like, I can never tell you what I want for Christmas.
Or dinner.
Well, we're talking about Christmas right now.
Let's not get into that.
Sorry to call you out, honey.
I racked up in the toy area this year, and I'm completely happy about that. I did get the Clue game, the Ghostbusters Afterlife Clue game. I got a puzzle that's the Cobra Kai symbol, and I'm looking at my stuff up here to make sure that I don't leave anything out. He's helping me army build my mini Stay Puffs, so I got 2 mini Stay Puff Pops. I got the Walmart exclusive with him holding the headphones, and then it was the Funko one, right? With where he's holding the little marshmallow weight.
Yeah, that was a Funko Shop exclusive. And to add on to that, 2 are on the way.
Mm-hmm.
The Target exclusive where he's holding the 2 wires. I was able to snag one of those from Target, and then Jim Meritato, who is a friend of ours, another Ghostbusters friend of ours, has helped me to secure the 7-Eleven puff where he's holding a slice of pizza. And I know that you've got that Speedway out by your houseboat, and I had never checked back in with you, and I had
I hadn't seen anything on that one.
Well, I mentioned it on in a separate forum that Jim and I are part of. I'd mentioned that's the last one that I needed, and he shot me a message. He's like, "I have extra. You want it?" And I'm like, "Yes, please." So it's en route from California.
That's awesome.
Right now.
But I kept looking, and like I said, I look, but I have no hope on finding anything exclusive in our area.
No, Birmingham is such a Sahara desert of fun stuff.
It really is.
As far as toys. Go ahead.
Yes. Oh yeah, and along with the set of the plasma figure mini puffs with the interchangeable heads, I got that. He also got me something I had never seen before. It's a set with Anna and Olaf that set up like the autumn, like the opening scene into Frozen 2, where they start into Some Things Never Change. So never seen that set out before, so that completely caught me by surprise. And something else that it was the last gift. Brock likes to go in order, so there was one in particular that he said I had to save for last, and he kept making the comment, "I can't wait to see the look on your face and when you open this and see it." And it is a Barbie, but it's not only just a Barbie. It is a exclusive from Canada. It's a Tim Hortons Barbie.
Hockey Barbie. Hockey
Barbie in a Tim Hortons jersey get-up thing. Yeah.
Yeah, so one of our friends had posted that somewhere online, and thankfully we know a lot of people that live in Canada. One of my lifelong best friends from middle school. Just imagine a guy with a really, really deep Southern South Alabama accent now living in Ontario. Yeah. So I contacted him. I'm like, hey, I saw a picture of this. Can you get me one? He's like, yeah, they're all over the Walmart up here and at the Tim Hortons in Canada. And I was like, dude, can you? And so, yeah, he sent it all the way from Ontario for her.
Yep. Definitely unexpected, total surprise. Never in a million years would have ever seen that coming. So
she's never had Tim Hortons, and I had it about 5 years ago, 4.5 years ago when I was up there. And I love it. I've heard since Burger King took Tim Hortons over, it's not as wonderful, at least the donuts as they used to be, but I loved it when I was up there. So it's kind of a running joke between us and our Canadian friends about Tim Hortons. So
yeah, I do have a coffee cup.
You do?
And, I strive to get to a Tim Hortons one day.
When everything simmers down with this junk that keeps happening, we'll make our way up there.
Hey, you Canadians, you don't have Buc-ee's, so
yeah. Yeah, my friend who is living on Ontario now, he was actually back down here. We ate lunch with him on Christmas Eve. It's the first time I've seen him in more than 3 years, and the last time we saw him was at our wedding. And he's like, man, I really wish I could go to a Buc-ee's. And I'm like, take your daughter and go 20 minutes away from where you're staying over in Leeds and go to that Buc-ee's. And a couple hours later, I get this text. Oh, my goodness, you were not kidding.
I told Jimmy, I was like, you're too close to a Buc-ee's not to go by there while you're here. Yep. Go to Buc-ee's.
Yep. So they got some of the fudge and some of the other goodies. He's like, oh, man, I got to come back when I'm back down here. And
I did end up getting the Buc-ee's Christmas shirt, by the way.
Nice.
I did make that decision the weekend before Christmas while we were through there. I said, if I'm going to regret if I don't get it, so I'm just going to go ahead and just grab it. And if I want it to wear it before Christmas, I have to get it now. So,
yep. Was that it for you?
Yeah. Oh, and side note, we were talking about the mini puff pops and the one that Jim has snagged for us and is on the way. We did a separate gift exchange in another area with some friends with our PKE Surge friends. And one thing Brock had mentioned in his questionnaire was, what's the one thing that, you don't want? And he did mention pops. And because we're
popped out.
We're popped out. We're dialing back. It has to be something that's very special or has a significant meaning for us. But our good friend Philip Clark, he was the one that drew Brock's name, and he even wrote on the box, I know you said no pops.
But he got, because we talked about it on a previous episode of trying to find the Baskin Robbins. We discussed that on the episode. He heard the episode and wound up for my Secret Santa gift, sending me one of the Baskin Robbins mini puffs.
Yeah. Thank you, Philip.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Phil. We know you're listening.
And thanks to Jim for his help on the other one too as well.
Yeah, big time. So now all I have to do is get the common ones, and those are not hard to find. I've got those on pre-order from Big Bad Toy Store.
Yeah.
So we're going to get this woman her mini puffs no matter what.
I'm army building some mini puffs like crazy. I wish I had a good place to put all of them right now.
Good place, a place.
A place.
Well, I guess for my Christmas, really happy. Bo, I'm in the same boat with you as far as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Batman. Jess got me the Batman Cowl Lego set.
Ooh.
That I had been eyeballing that forever, and was like, I haven't wanted any of these helmets or cowls that they've been creating, but I'm like, I want the Batman 89 one. And so she got that for me. She's got me a Little Mermaid puzzle. No surprise there. A Braves World Series champion shirt that I had asked for, and then she got me this artist we saw at Dragon Con called Monkey Minion. He had some really, really nice prints that he had created, and so especially with Bo being responsible for my love of Mass Effect, she was able to contact him, and he had a big print of the SSV, the Normandy, the SR2, which is the ship from Mass Effect 2 and 3. Mass Effect 3 is the one this one's from, I believe. Because Mass Effect 2 is more Cerberus.
The Alliance paint scheme, yes.
Yeah, the Alliance paint scheme, yeah. So it's a big 12 by 36 print on like museum archival quality paper. Mm-hmm. It is gorgeous. So I've got that I've got to get a frame for. But as far as the turtle stuff, I think I've made mention on here before. I always see in the background of Bo, he's got the original or an anniversary release of the Turtles.
It was it was around the time the 2012 series happened. Yeah, it was like the 20-something anniversary of the original series.
Okay. Well, we have been all over the creation trying to find this recent re-release that Playmates did of the Party Wagon. And again, the Birmingham area. Why is this place so barren? I don't understand it.
No surprise, we can't find it.
I've been searching and searching at Walmart to the point where even last week before Christmas, they're talking, this Geek Dad Life, Jay on there is talking about, hey, if you want to, it'd be great to get this Turtles van. It's one of the toys of the year for me. The release of the re-release of the Party Wagon. You can find it in Walmart. And I yelled, "No, you can't!" at the screen, like he could hear me. And Jess had to go on Mercari of all places. Mm-hmm. She had to go secondary market, but doggone it, I got it finally. It's the first time I've ever owned the Party Wagon in my life. Yep. I always owned the figures, so now I've got the Party Wagon. I'm very happy.
It was so funny. We would watch all of our friends or see pictures of our friends with their vans and everything. And apparently it's no problem to find them over in Georgia because our friends in Georgia are walking in and picking them up off the shelves, and Brock going, "I can't find one." I'm sitting here going, "I got you. It's in the house, but I can't tell you this because it's Christmas and I got you one." I just want to keep telling him, "No, it'll be okay. Don't worry. We'll find it." And it's sitting in the house the whole time. And me, I tell Brock, he's not hard to buy for, but sometimes it's beating him to the punch. I don't know, maybe what he's already had pre-ordered, or if he's out, he'll just, he'll pick it up. And so I have to kind of tell him, he'll pump the brakes a tad coming on Christmas time. So I make sure I
try to be good around Christmas.
He does. He tries to be good around Christmas, and he does. So. Yeah.
But one of the things I really love is what my kids got me. It's like an 11 by 17 print or 11 by 14 something, but it's an artist's pencil drawn rendering of Turner Field where the Braves used to play. And I have such great memories of Turner Field. That's where I got to see Cal Ripken Jr. play for the only time in person. Was when the Braves first did their interleague series with the Orioles back in 97. Cal Ripken is a role model for me. He's my all-time favorite athlete and baseball player, and so I got to see him there. And then my mom and I, it's sometime in the late 90s. The exact year escapes me at the moment. But the Braves won the Eastern Division. My mom and I were at that game at Turner Field because I was living in Atlanta at the time. And that was the first time. That was the first place I got to take the kids to a Braves game. Mm-hmm. Their first Major League Baseball game. So I've got a lot of great memories in Turner Field. Been there many times. Have not been to Truist Park yet, where the Braves currently play, but definitely want to get over there. We've eaten over there next to it at Wahlburgers.
Yeah.
But have not been to the stadium yet. But that's my kids got me that print. It's a beautiful print.
And I got a surprise. I got a gift from the kids this year. They got me the set of 4 glasses that have Grogu on them. So, yeah. And y'all can't see it, but I'm showing, and I posted a picture of it on my social media. But they handed me the box. It was rather heavy. Opened it up, and absolutely perfect. So now I have a set of glassware.
Yep.
I'm jealous.
It's a set we'd never seen before.
Yeah, never seen it.
Yeah,
I'm officially jealous.
Oh. Well, before we hop into our other topics, we'll just take a moment to plug our social media channels. You can find us Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Bama Geeks. And we'll talk a little bit later in this episode. We got some plans. We got plans for more interactive opportunities. And that's as far as we'll go with that. But just keep an eye on our social media, and we will talk more about it in the next episode. We're going to save this announcement for 2022.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll talk about things later. But just keep an eye on our social media channels at Bama Geeks, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and interact with us there. We'd love to talk to you. So, I guess in our world, our geek world news, Ghostbusters Afterlife has a release date of January 4th, I think, like next week on digital. So if you haven't seen Ghostbusters Afterlife in the theaters, I know they are dropping out of theaters right now. Probably not going to make it my 7th time, which I wish I could have, but But the box set that's going to have 4K remasters of Ghostbusters 1 and 2 and Afterlife is coming out. It's a really nice box set.
Yeah.
It looks like a trap. I think it's got the book Making of Ghostbusters or Making Ghostbusters. I think it's the name
Making
of it.
Ghostbusters. Yeah.
Just ignore the brouhaha that blew up in the online communities in the last few days that Ghostbusters Answer the Call will not be included in this set. You know, I offer no opinion on this because I like to answer the call, but I also understand that it does not tie in to the first 2 movies or Afterlife. So this is a standalone, I guess, Ghostbusters Universe Prime. I always think of Answer the Call as being an alternate universe that can possibly get pulled in at some point. It really can, because everybody's doing it now. Hi, Marvel.
Yeah. Ghostbusters, the multiverse.
GCU.
Yeah. Not Ghostbusters Containment Unit, Cinematic Universe.
Well, they shouldn't really get too upset about it, because, there's so many movie franchises they've done box sets and it hasn't been included. Like we recently talked with horror. Like, look at Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th. Both of them have had box sets. Neither one have included their reboots in them.
Yeah. So
it's not exclusive to that movie itself. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. So, don't get upset. I know Paul Feig, whom I have met and absolutely as a human adore. He is a sweet man. And I am thankful that I've had my interactions with him, and I hope I get to have more. He's just that nice of a guy. He had tweeted out because somebody wrote an article and started the whole brouhaha. And so the Ghostbusters community being what it can sometimes, some people got up in arms, and don't deal with the drama. Just realize that the box set is for the prime Ghostbusters universe, and it doesn't take away from Answer the Call, just like Answer the Call didn't take away from them. Just enjoy them all. Go buy them. If you want to complain, go buy them. And there you go.
And the thing is you've already made up your mind as whether you like the movie or not. I mean, I personally liked it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do think it's okay that it's not included with the set, because it really is kind of outside of it. Like you said, it's outside of the universe as it is. So until until Sony figures out the way they want to handle that, and Ghost Corps figures out how they want to handle it, I'd say, what's to stop them later on from going, all right, well, now we got the Ghostbusters Cinematic Universe. Now we're going to release a full set of all of them.
Yeah.
And then order them correctly,
And if you want to see the original Ghostbusters and the ladies from Answer the Call, if you want to see them interact, the old IDW comic book series brought them together. Go read them. They're great stories. And they also brought in real Ghostbusters into that universe as well. So, hello, everybody.
The one with the ladies in the original team is called Ghostbusters 101. And then you have one where it has everything's called Ghostbusters Crossing Over.
So, the Ghostbusters Afterlife box set, that's going to release at the beginning of February. Afterlife in 4K will hit digital next week. So, support it. Buy it. I've already got my pre-order in for the box set. And I definitely don't want to miss that. It's a gorgeous looking set.
Yeah.
Bo will finally
really
get his 4K remastered of the first 2 movies. Because he missed that last one.
Yeah, I'm still salty about that.
So, other things that are coming up. You know what? The day this episode drops, on December 29th, you know what also drops? Kevin's World.
Kevin's World, yeah.
Book of Boba Fett.
A musical.
But Boba Fett.
Yeah, this is Boba. No, the book of Boba Fett. That's something we're producing. Oh, wait, I wasn't supposed to say anything about that. No,
I know we're talking about growth, but you just spoiled it.
I know it, man. I'm sorry. You guys forget I said that. No, Book of Boba Fett releasing the day that this comes out, that this episode drops. So I'm excited. I think everybody's excited. Obviously we finally get to get our Boba Fett series that George Lucas talked about all those many years ago. We get to actually see what happens with Boba Fett. And of course, this ends where, the final scene that we see in the last season of Mandalorian was, Boba, spoilers. If you haven't seen it by now, I'm spoiling it for you. All right.
You're a year late.
Yeah, you're a year late. Exactly. Boba Fett walks up there, pops one into Bib Fortuna, pulls him off his big old butt off the throne, sits down and says, I'm the one in charge now. So this whole thing is going to be based on that from starting from that point forward. So a lot of things that we may get to see. How did Boba Fett survive the Sarlacc? Maybe we'll actually get to see a actual canon example of how he survived the Sarlacc at this point. I want to see them get a Rancor. There are so many things in this series that are going to be huge. So
one episode better be animated or I'll be disappointed.
I want to see him, because anybody that knows a lot about Boba Fett knows the first time we ever saw him was in the holiday special,
right?
The Star Wars holiday special in the cartoon, and they were on a planet that was in that weird Japanimation, that early 80s Japanese animation style where everything was rubbery and moving and stuff. And the first time we see him, he's riding on the back of a dinosaur, and the dinosaur apparently eats metal, so it was eating Luke's ship. And he's like part of the inspiration for Din Djarin's actual weapon that has the tongs on the end of it. It actually comes from the weapon that Boba Fett used to control that beast he was riding, because he was slapping it with this thing to keep it from eating the ship. But hopefully he'll ride a dinosaur of some kind.
That would be great. It would be a great time.
Just
at least put him on a do-back.
Yeah. But I mean, he's kind of like the big guy in charge of here. So I don't know how that's going to work out. But we've talked about this in a previous episode, but the one thing that we do know is that this is going to continue with the chapter numbers of Mandalorian, meaning that it's going to take place right after this last season of The Mandalorian, and then Mandalorian is going to pick up after this.
Right.
So this will take place in the middle. So there won't be any overlap from what we understand. So
right.
That's going to be interesting. So this actually does forward the Mandalorian storyline, but not directly. So, we still don't know what's going to be happening with Grogu. We don't know what's going to be happening with Din, but it'll be taking place mostly on Tatooine, I would guess. So we're going to see, but, hopefully you guys are geared up, and by the time you listen to this episode, you'll have either seen it or will be preparing to see this newest offering for Disney Plus.
Oh, I know a lot of people who are going to be up, because this episode will release Wednesday morning, and that episode, the first episode of that series, will have already launched. There will be plenty of people I know personally that will have watched that episode and then tune into this at some point.
Just go ahead and say me. It's fine.
Yeah. It may be us. Actually, no, I'm off all this week. I probably will not be waking up terribly early to watch anything. But with the kids here, I know we'll all get up and watch it at some point that morning.
Yeah.
I just can't wait. I want to watch it, and then I want to get the new Rockstars breakdown of the episode of like all the things that you missed. Because the thing is, I love those guys, and it doesn't matter how much of a fan you think you are. They notice stuff that you don't notice about the episodes and trailers and things like that. So I'm really looking forward to that. Seeing a breakdown.
Yeah, that's going to be good. It's looking forward to The Mandalorian coming back, but I tell you what, this series is going to be A-okay with making me wait a little bit longer for it. It's going to be good. I mean, all these Disney series are usually pretty good, so especially with the Star Wars ones.
And I'm so glad that there's more the content coming out like this.
Yeah.
Speaking of Disney series, though, Brock, what did you guys think of Hawkeye?
Loved it. I absolutely loved it. I'm one to quickly admit that I was not as familiar with the Hawkeye character until the Marvel movies started coming out, and he started becoming a major player in it. which was early on. But the series absolutely loved, and it was perfect at this time of year for a few reasons. It's a Christmas based series, and it kind of tied into a certain movie that's out right now. Okay. But
let's go around the room real quick. Who's seen Hawkeye, and who hasn't seen Hawkeye?
I've seen Hawkeye.
I've seen it.
I've seen it.
Wonder who that leaves.
Oh man.
It was me. It was me all along, Austin.
In keeping with the Bama Geeks tradition,
Bo hadn't seen Jack.
Yep.
So in our pre-show, one of the things we talked about was, okay, we're thinking we want to talk about Hawkeye. Okay, we're going to talk about Hawkeye because that's pretty normal for Bo to not see a Disney Plus show, and we've all seen it. So we're just going to go ahead and talk about it. Bo seems to be fine with it, but we're like, we're not going to talk about Spider-Man. It's just not going to happen.
No.
We're not going to spoil that for you. If you haven't seen, by the way, you guys listening, if you haven't seen Spider-Man yet, go see it.
Go see Spider-Man.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah. If you've been a Spider-Man fan of any kind for decades, and that's easy to say decades. I mean, the trailer gives every indication, that Doc Ock's in it and Green Goblin and all. And man, they are Alfred Molina and Willem Dafoe. Woo.
Wonderful.
I love those men so much.
Man,
those characters that they pull off so beautifully. Willem, he's 66 now.
Yeah,
and his caveat for coming back and doing Green Goblin is says, I got to do the stunts. Okay.
Yeah.
And
the insurance guy was like,
he was sweating it just a little bit, I think. Yeah.
But man, their performances they pull off. But that's really as far as I'm going about Spider-Man talk, honestly, just from my perspective, because Bo hadn't seen Hawkeye. Bo hasn't seen Spider-Man yet. He's seen Ron's Gone Wrong.
Yes, I have seen Ron's Gone Wrong.
Which I haven't yet. So
I haven't seen that.
Well, see, this is like, say, I'm a parent of a young child, so we get to see those movies quickly, which I can do a quick review of Ron for you guys. Go watch it. It's really good. Of course, you can definitely tell it's one of the 20th Century Studios, one of their productions right after the Disney purchase. So there's references to Star Wars and stuff in it.
Okay.
Like a couple of things. So that's kind of neat. Like I was like, here we are flexing we own this banner. But beyond the story, the story's really good. Like, it's a really good, touching story. I'm going to tell you, I know you're not a big fan of Zach Galifianakis, but he's the voice of the little robot character called Ron, and it's really good. And like I said, if you've got a young child, like my son's 6, about to be 7, and he absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me and my wife loved it. It's a really fun movie.
Okay.
It's essentially I'm trying to think. I'll give you a good roundabout. They have these little robots called B-bots, and they're like the cool thing for the kids to have. They're kind of like a little robot assistant type thing that all the kids want to have. That's supposed to help them have friends. It's kind of like they have their own kind of general personality. Well, the main character, Ron, he was a defective one that the dad got for the main character for his gift. So he's kind of, instead of, he's the random, trying to think, the defective one, but yet does the best thing. It's really, it's a cool story. I ain't gonna lie. It makes you misty eyed at the end. So I highly recommend it. Like I said, I'm not gonna drop spoilers for you guys, but definitely, if you get a chance to watch Ron's Gone Wrong, definitely watch it.
That sounds good, man. I saw it. Is it streaming on Disney Plus? I've seen it advertised on Disney Plus.
It should be by now. I believe so. I think it is, because like I said, it just dropped on physical not too long ago. Like, they've got really quick about it now. Like, I want to say, was that the Encanto? I know I'm missing it up. Encanto. Like, it was just in theaters, and I think now it's on Disney Plus already. Like, I don't know if it's the premium or not, but I saw a commercial for them having that already there.
Well, if it's already on there, we'll watch it. Not the premium price. And I'm sure it's a fine movie, and I've heard good things about Encanto, but man, those previews, I just got so sick of seeing, when we went to see Ghostbusters Afterlife, because it was the same preview over and over and over. Granted, we saw Ghostbusters over and over and over.
Yeah, but it was Ghostbusters.
That was the point. We were supposed to see Ghostbusters over and over.
But they made it.
And to clarify, it is the full version that's on Disney Plus.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we'll watch it then.
Was that Ron's Gone Wrong and Encanto, or just
Ron's Gone Wrong is on there as well?
Nice.
Okay.
Awesome.
We'll check those out. But yeah, I highly recommend Hawkeye before you see Spider-Man. At least make it to episode 5 before you see Spider-Man.
Yes. There was reason I think they timed a particular episode of Hawkeye to air when Spider-Man came out. It was because I went and saw Spider-Man and I was like, oh, the timing. Oh my goodness. That was beautiful.
I am aware what you're alluding to. I'm just saying, I understand that.
Well, some listeners might not be, but
true.
Which they should be, because this thing just crossed $1 billion worldwide in the middle of a pandemic.
Yeah.
Nothing like Spider-Man to do that for you.
Everybody was back at the movies.
Oh my gosh.
We turned into the parking lot there at AMC at Patton Creek, and it was full parking lot. We were like, well, there you go.
Well, it's like there's
everybody
a
got their masks.
There's a theater by where I work at, and like I saw it, like I drove home that day after Spider-Man dropped, and like I said, it was the fullest I've seen it in over a year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah,
Spider-Man is to Marvel as Batman is to DC.
Yeah,
when it comes to like being able to pull people in.
Yeah,
he's the most popular character. Yeah.
I mean, Spider-Man is like number one. He always has been. Really. I mean, it's always been the one that can do the draw. So
yeah.
And I haven't looked. Speaking of Batman, I haven't looked, but we're getting the Batman, the new Matt Reeves in March.
March.
Oh, I'm going to be there opening night for that.
I cannot wait for that.
That looks good, man. That looks good.
Yeah. And it was a good movie going experience, and it was good to be back with seeing people that have a love for the fandom and their enthusiasm over what was coming across the screen. So very, very good environment and atmosphere to be in.
Yeah.
And that awesome applause at the end when everything's over with and you've got all the people who are not the psychotic people who still get up at the end of the movie and leave. It's a Marvel movie.
I know,
people.
right?
How do you not know to stay? But these people everybody else that has apparently been around for the last decade that knows that you have to stay, getting to the very end of it and everybody having just erupting in applause at everything that we saw.
The end credit scene they have already released online.
Yes.
It's essentially the trailer for Doctor Strange, correct?
Yeah, Doctor Strange of the Multiverse of Madness. Yeah. So you don't have to stay to the very end credits. That is the end credit scene. It's online. There's no spoilers here that we're releasing. There is a mid-credit scene that you have to see.
Absolutely.
Absolutely have to see it.
And when it's over, then you can leave.
Yeah.
Because if you've seen the Doctor Strange trailer online.
Yeah, we were sitting there and me and Brock was like, this is the trailer. Oh my gosh, this is the trailer for Doctor Strange. This isn't like a clip. So yeah.
Yeah. But hey, just seeing Elizabeth Olsen on the big screen again as Scarlet Witch, man, my heart was fluttering.
Oh yeah.
Yes, it was.
Seeing her and her Scarlet Witch.
So what are they doing with that? Is that going to be the what if? Is this going to be like they're doing the what if episode?
No.
This is the implications of what Wanda did in WandaVision.
This is the end of WandaVision coming into this universe now.
Yeah.
This is her as Scarlet. She's always been Scarlet Witch, quote unquote. She's always been Wanda, but now Scarlet Witch and her outfit from WandaVision. Yeah, the very end of WandaVision, that series, that's now tying directly into Doctor Strange.
Yeah, and the whole pandemic messed up the timing on the releases of those things too. So it's man,
I'm looking forward to Strange because like I said, Strange, which is so weird. Two characters I really wasn't that big into younger, but like Strange and Ant-Man have been my favorite two entries in the MCU. So that's like I've been pumped for the Strange sequel.
I'm really excited about this one coming up too. The first one for me was it was okay. I mean, it was good and I enjoyed it, but now that everything's coming to pass with with Infinity War and Endgame and now the multiverse situation and stuff, it's really got me excited about this upcoming movie.
Yeah. You mentioned Ant-Man, and this is the one area I'm going to touch on with Hawkeye.
I know where you're going.
Steve Rogers the musical.
Oh my!
Rogers the musical, which is brilliant. It's so bad, it's good.
I would go see that.
Oh, in a heartbeat. It's so cheesy. This Broadway number that they do with Rogers the musical, but the Rogers the musical is based off the first Avengers movie. The Battle of New York. But somehow they bring in one of the characters in the musical is Ant-Man, and it's like he wasn't there.
That is so Broadway though to do something like that because they just wanted to have somebody else in there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I told him. I said, that's the whole point. It's not, it's the absurdity of it. He wasn't even there, but we're just going to toss him in there
include him.
for the heck of it.
We're going to mention him. We're going to feature him. And I'm like, Hey, and okay, suspend disbelief. It's just entertainment. It's just a TV show.
Guarantee you Disney will have that as a show at the park eventually.
I absolutely love.
I'll get my ticket.
I just know, like I said, I haven't watched it, but I know it from everybody talking about it. So I guarantee you
it's funny.
They do.
It's hysterically bad.
Make sure when you get a chance to watch it, Bo, make sure the final episode that you keep watching, because it actually goes through a good chunk of the musical at the end of it. It's good. Song, it's really good.
Yeah, the one main song that they feature is "I Can Do This All Day." They allude to it at the beginning of Hawkeye.
Yeah.
They give you snippets, but then at the very end of the entire series, they give you the entire musical number for that one song, and it's bad, but it's so bad it's good.
And one of the guys that kind of starts out as the lead, the singer that's before the Avengers characters take place in this, is Adam Pascal. He was in Rent. So that was, I told Brock, I was like, it's Adam. Oh my goodness. And he's like, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. It's like, yeah, it's a Rent thing. So yeah.
I haven't seen Rent. But that's the main reason she fangirled over Anthony Rapp at Dragon Con this year.
Of course. Absolutely.
We got to meet him.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, it's Lieutenant Stamets. And she's like,
it's Mark from Rent.
I'm like, okay.
But I mean, I love him as Stamets too. Don't get me wrong. He's awesome in Star Trek Discovery.
And I love musicals. We're all band geeks and theater geeks on this podcast.
I was in one in high school.
You were in what?
Oklahoma.
Yep. Have we talked about that? I now remember you mentioning something about it.
I don't know if we have or not, but you want to take a guess at who I was in Oklahoma?
General Zod?
No. Close. I did play the villain. I was Judd, the farmhand who causes all the great issues there.
Oh, okay.
The bad guy.
Oh, good casting there.
Another fun. Well, see, this was a cool. Well, like I said, we'll save this for another episode.
Okay, and just for the reference of General Zod is when Man of Steel came out, and Michael Shannon, Bo looks just like Michael Shannon in Man of Steel. So we kept trying to get him to do Zod armor,
I got
armor and stuff for cosplay.
It's all this happened, and then fatherhood happened. So maybe by the time I'm 50 or so, maybe I'll get it done.
Well, one side note, you were talking about, I was never in band. I was in choir and I was in drama. But I will tell you this, I am an award-winning actress.
Oh, nice.
Yes. 1995, Best Actress for the drama department in Hueytown High School right here. Yeah, hey. Me. Hey. Okay. I thought y'all would be a little more excited about this.
I've seen the trophy.
Nice.
There's no spoilers for me.
No, I mean, that's awesome.
Luckily, she doesn't cause drama in my life, so it's good.
That's right.
There we go. For this year's production of the Hueytown Home.
That's right. And the award goes to Tootsie Roll.
Yeah, I have some good stories from my interactions in Oklahoma. I'll have to save that for another one day. I actually have a VHS copy of it from. So I may
things we should never know.
I may have to digitize it. I think it's sitting in one of these VHSs right over here by me.
No, there is no. We may need to. We have to. We've got to put this out on the YouTube channel.
You were sharing all those high school videos. You have.
I gotta go back. I got derailed. I got the instant high of doing it, and then now I kind of got busy with other things.
Then you got the quick burnout.
Yeah, I'll get back on it.
A good deal. Oh my! Check out Hawkeye. Check out Spider-Man. Hey, there's no regrets in either one of those productions.
Yeah.
Nope.
Man, it's fantastic. But yeah, I think Bo may be the only person who hasn't seen Spider-Man, but we won't ruin it for anybody else who may not have.
Like I said, I'm going to try to maybe before I go back to work after the holidays. We'll see how that works out. I
know you said you've seen some spoilers and you've heard things and you've kind of figured some things out, but
yeah,
but we're
I know it's one of those things like knowing and experiencing is
right.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm one of those people like I enjoyed the journey just as much as the destination, so I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters was the only thing I was going to fight anybody over.
Dude, we all jumped off social media for the most part to avoid Ghostbuster spoilers. Yep. That's our bread and butter fandom and franchise that we didn't want spoiled. You know,
I'm still amazed with over a year delay in the thing being finished. How we avoided something that long is incredible.
And then they just opened the floodgates like 3 weeks before the movie came out. I was like, no, shut up, everybody.
Yep.
Oh my. But yeah. So, wow, it's the end of the year. This is the final episode of 2021. Like I said, we got some things planned for 2022 for this podcast, and we will talk about that a little bit more in depth in the next episode. Not really ready to reveal a lot of things, but the one thing we'll talk about next episode will be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Especially for us.
It's going to be Bama Geeks the musical.
That's right.
We're going to spoil it.
We can do this all day at the Bow Weevil Monument Enterprise.
Oh, wow.
We've been
it's a long title.
We've got Jessica here, who is an award winner.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
She's going to be doing the directing, guys.
I was student director too. Yeah. I was I was all up in the drama department in high school. I mean, that was all me.
One of the musical numbers will be called Bo Knows.
Hey, there we go.
That's the headliner, right?
It is. Ticket sales, well, they'll be cheap. Trust us.
We'll probably wind up giving you guys money to come. So
yeah, please come. Please join us.
You're making me think about Monsters Inc. now. The whole play at the end. Put that thing back where it came from, or so help me, so help me, so help me. Sorry. My brain is so weird. You're just talking about us putting together a musical, and that's immediately what I go to is Monsters Inc. So
yeah, boy, do we have a future for you. Oh my.
Yeah, we got a lot of things. We're got a lot of things discussed, a lot of things we're talking about, planning. So looking forward to what the new year brings for all of us.
Yep. So as I mentioned earlier, just keep in touch with us on our social media channels at Bama Geeks, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And we'll make the announcement here first for plans that we've got coming up. But definitely keep an eye out on that. So 2021 was a great year for us. I mean, my goodness, we started this podcast.
Yep. And
we missed one episode, the Halloween time, because it was Halloween time. We were all busy.
Yep.
But, I'm happy we've been able to keep this schedule up, and hopefully we'll be able to keep it up going forward. This is absolutely one of my favorite things to do. I'm so happy we all started this project. So if I've got anything to really be thankful for this previous year, it's being able to sit down with three of my favorite people in the entire world and chit chat and make each other laugh and reminisce. And we've got a lot more to talk about for a long time to come. And we've got a lot of memories to try and jar out of my failing memory banks. Yeah, a lot of reminiscing in the future, a lot of new stuff in the future. And we hope that the numbers for the podcast are growing. We appreciate all the support. We can't say that enough.
Thank you.
The downloads are getting bigger, and we thank you for that. So in that vein, please go on to either Apple Podcasts, iTunes. I don't know what other platforms have a rating system or whatever, but I know on Apple Podcast and iTunes, you can leave a 5-star rating. If you don't want to leave us a review, that's cool. If you don't want to take a few seconds to type, we would certainly appreciate it if you did. Just give us some thoughts on the podcast. But if anything, just go on there, hit that 5th star, give us a 5-star so we can have the podcast become even more discoverable. And like I said, continue to thank you. And we wouldn't be doing this in this type of setting if it were not for you. We sit around and talk all the time anyway to each other, but we wouldn't be here doing it in the podcast format if not for you. So we appreciate all the love and support.
Yes, thank you.
2022, we got things planned. Like I said, we're gonna grow. What are some of the things that for this past year for you guys that really stick out in your mind as we wrap up 21?
For me, just being back, going to the cons again, cons opening back up, especially Dragon Con. So great to be back, mostly just to see the people that are our family, our con family, and spending time with them is the one thing that I look the most forward to when it comes to Dragon Con. And of course, Ghostbusters Afterlife, finally getting that experience. It's here. We saw the movie. It's like, as we've always said, it's been a great time to be a Ghostbusters fan this year.
I loved actually being able to gush about how much of a Halloween nerd I am. And then have someone listen to it, have a captive audience here that listens to it. That was really cool. Because the people who are around me in my immediate vicinity get tired of listening about it. So they get tired of hearing it. So it was really good to share that with you guys, though, in all honesty. That, how we all like to get into the Halloween stuff. So as Brock mentioned, we did deliver the Halloween episode a little bit late, but it was really good to be able to talk about, the journey we were going through to, put up the decorations and then what we were doing and things like that. So I really look forward to doing that next year.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to have to step it up. You had a great display this year. How are you going to top it?
I don't know, but I do have, I've got ideas. I'm thinking about like a big spider or something like that next year. I'm not sure. I may use the Ghostbusters again and have them battle something different this year.
The Spider Witch from Ghostbusters, the video game.
There you go.
Oh, nice.
Voiced by Erin Gray from Buck Rogers and Silver Spoons.
Spider Witch. Okay.
Yeah, we met her at a
Either that or Sam Hain. Sam Hain would be a really good.
Can't go wrong, Sam.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. If I can get my hands on one of those really, really tall skeletons that you can get, like the ones that Home Depot sells, that's like 12-foot ones. I want to use that year round. Like anytime there's something that I can do, like putting up Christmas decorations, I want to set him up in the corner and have it like he's putting up Christmas decorations.
I saw something similar to that online, that somebody had reused that skeleton and he had lights hanging off of him.
Yep. I would be that guy. It would never come down.
Well, Kevin, you're in good company here because a lot of our listeners and a lot of our and especially us, we all have that same love for Halloween. A lot of us get as equally excited about the Halloween festivities and decorations. So you're in good company here with that, for sure.
How about you, Bo?
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing much I can gush over that you guys have already hit. I mean, like I said, even like with my entertainment, I enjoy the journey just as much as the destination. I try to, like I said, I'm glad people are enjoying my little bit of rambling I do, because like I told you guys the other day, I swear every time I listen to myself, I'm like, I don't think I sound like that when I'm speaking, and then I listen to myself and I'm like, yeah, I am. Like I am the world's worst about speaking really quickly about like when I get excited on something. So like I was going back our last one talking about the Christmas lights, and I was like, holy crap, I'm really running things together. So, but I mean, like I said, I'm appreciative that people still want to pay attention and still, like I said, just they keep coming back. I mean, like I said, I like talking to you guys, and you're some of the folks I can ramble about my stuff and not have to worry about I'm rambling too much.
Well, I also kind of share in that feeling with you, Bo, because I'll talk to Brock about this quite a bit. This has been something that's new for me, to be in a broadcasting type situation and speaking through a microphone to people and listening to me. And I tell them all the time, I really do strive to make it a good quality content for those that are listening to us. And I hope that I just don't sound like a rambling idiot when I'm talking. That's kind of a harsh term to say, but it's like I tell him.
Yeah, so I'm the same way. I'm like, I promise you, I'll never meet a stranger. Hey, if you come up to me with a smile, I will talk to you. I'll give it my best shot. So, I just want to make sure, they're going to be like, holy crap, this guy's talking way too much, and I don't know what he's talking about. I don't want to be the excited Southerner, Well,
and that's the thing, is being from the South, we are extremely outgoing. We're friendly. We talk a lot. So it's okay. Rambling is okay. It's part of the Southern, it's a Southern characteristic.
Right. I mean, it takes us, how long to say goodbye to each other?
Oh,
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is no normal cadence in the South. You either speak real slow and deliberate, or you speak real fast and just there's like no normal in the middle. It's like you're either real slow and real deliberate, or you're both.
and we're people who will talk to you out in public, because like my mom, we'd be standing in the checkout line at the grocery store, and before the person pays for their groceries, my mom would have told them half of her life story.
My grandmother was the same way. She talked to everybody.
There's something about being a Southerner that's just it's like it's part of our DNA to just share things. You're like, man, I've told this guy enough. He could probably mess me up now.
He knows where I live.
Oh my God.
So you go down there by the red light, turn left, and go past the third store.
If you see the man in the rocking chair on the front porch, you've gone too far.
Exactly.
Go back a couple blocks.
And you know, we don't adhere to like HIPAA rules or anything like that. You'll know if we got medical ailments. we'll tell you what's wrong with us. My knee was hurting last week, and
so basically things that you would expect from like people who are 60 years and older. Anywhere they talk about that. Yeah, you're a Southerner. You just do it anyway. Yeah. It's like whatever.
I'm all stove up over here.
It's going to rain. I can feel it in my bones.
Yeah, my corns are hurting. It must going to be snow.
Feel it all the way in my corns.
Oh, have mercy. Bless your heart.
But I kind of do share in some of that with you, Bo, and reflecting on how I come across on this podcast and the things that I say. I'm my own worst enemy and my own worst critic. And I live with I am married to a man that excels in his voice and his ability to speak and broadcasting and all this. So I'm trying to compare myself to the love of my life over there, and I'm just like, I don't sound anything like that. I just strive to get on here and have fun. And like I said, if to those that are listening, if I give you a good laugh, if I'm entertaining you, then that's what I strive for.
Yeah, I'm with you, Jessica. I'm just glad to be here.
Yeah.
Same here, man.
Like we've always said, this is why we do it. We all get together and talk anyway. So why not just go ahead and try to entertain people with it? Because we entertain ourselves. So. But 2022, we got a lot of things to look forward to. You guys making any New Year's resolutions you want to drop on everybody?
Oh.
Okay, I had a New Year's resolution last year, and I kept it to myself, and it turned out to be a really good thing. So I don't think I'm going to share mine this year.
Yeah, okay.
It's like blowing out the candle and making a wish.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Mine is just so cliche. I just kind of I need to feel like I can get back into costuming again at some point this year, and the things that I have to do to make myself feel better about getting back into costume. We'll just put it that way.
That's a good one, though.
Yeah. It's I really haven't been that even when cons and stuff started back up this year, I didn't really have that drive to do it or to get back involved. So maybe in this next year, maybe that's something that we can start getting back involved with.
Yeah, and along those lines, I'm ready to get our storage building that I've been wanting for 3 years in our backyard so I can actually put my workbench in there and start working on things again and building things. That's,
Brock the Builder.
You know it. I am not that many years away from being eligible for retirement, and that's something I'm looking to do. It's just once I'm able to retire, and if I choose to retire, I definitely want to really let my creative spirits out. Mm-hmm. And being able to have that, doing this podcast, because I'm eyeballing this thing as a long-term deal for me, because this is, I started in radio back in 1992, and I love doing this type of stuff and then building stuff and everything. So hopefully I'll be able to live the second half of my life in a little bit more creative manner, doing things I want to do. Mm-hmm. But,
you heard it here, folks. We're not going anywhere.
Yeah. I don't intend for it to.
I don't want to either. So just continue the journey with us into the next year. And
we definitely want to dive into more. Well, but before we get to that, Bo, did you have any New Year's resolutions or whatever you wanted to?
Nothing beyond I need to stop being so procrastinating. I need to, maybe I'll get to that one day. I don't know.
The only one.
That's me too, man. Hey.
Yeah, same here.
Hey, if you actually wanted to get me to share one, talking about Jessica saying that she's got one that's cliche. with me, it's losing some freaking weight.
Well, that's where I was going with mine. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
It's just losing some freaking weight. Because, I mean, man, I have this year, the holidays, it's been like everything is freaking delicious this year, like way more delicious than normal. And I think I've packed on like 10 pounds. So it's like, I need to get my butt back on the bike.
Well, it's hard to find a holiday food that isn't loaded with carbs, especially here in the South.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I did end up making that Christmas tree cake dip for the holidays. And
oh my God.
It's really good, and it's really not as rich as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it's very light. So.
Yeah, it really is. It's very light.
But yeah, we indulged, of course, in the holiday goodies and all that comes with it. So
yep.
Let's just start afresh into the new year. Let's try to be better with those kind of things.
Yep. And I normally don't. In fact, I never make New Year's resolutions because I know I'll never stick with it. But the building and the workshop out back is really, I say it every year. So we'll see. That'll be my one thing. But for the rest of the year, as far as we're concerned, you know, we've got some growth opportunities that we're going to pursue and try to make happen for the podcast. We really, 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 really want to hone in on more Alabama-related materials. Golly, we've got so many things in our state, as we've talked about in previous episodes, that there's a lot of entertainment aspects to Alabama, a lot of geek opportunities in Alabama, and we definitely want to hit on more of those. And so we've got some topics that we're piecing together that we're going to talk about next year. And, yeah, we love our state. We love Alabama. We know it gets a bad rap sometimes in quite a few areas, but that's people who have never been here, have never given it a chance.
Yep. There's a lot of good people around here. Like, it's, you know.
Well, just like anything else in the world, the bad always seems to come forefront. And, and the good, you always forget about the good because it's always everybody talks about the bad. The bad gets put out on whatever media platform. But there is good. There is definitely good.
Bama Geeks were out to prove that Alabama is more than just football. And anybody who knows college football will know exactly what we're talking about.
Yes, especially in this state. Absolutely.
Yeah. But we got a lot of things we want to cover. We got a lot of things we want to talk about. We got a lot of laughs we want to have. We got some Southern hospitality that we just want to share with the world. And we got listeners in Europe, so I know we are. So, and other places, mainly the U.S., Canada, and Europe. But we want to expand our reach, you know. I want the penguins in Antarctica to know we exist. Come on, Bo. That was a Batman Returns reference for you.
I know. I mean,
he was trying to resist. You should have seen his face, guys.
It's, you know. I mean, yeah. I'm rusty on my references right now. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, you got a long week ahead of you.
Yeah, that's we're going on a family trip, so that should be fun.
Yeah. So
well, thankfully I've cashed in that vacation time, so I'm going to enjoy the rest of this week with my hubby there and the stepkids and the family, and just we don't really have anything that we're committed to this week. It's just kind of go with the flow and take it easy. And I hope for me, you know, not trying to veer off, you know, the podcast topics, but I hope for me also in the next year that I'll get some of my time back and I won't be working so many late hours at work. And yeah, I'm hoping that changes for me going into the next year.
Yep.
Also.
Well, anything else we want to touch on? We know Bo's got a pack for said trip and get everything ready. So I don't know. There's nothing else.
No. There's nothing else. I'm just looking forward to spending the next year with you guys. And when I say you guys, I mean the friends here on the podcast and also our listening audience.
Yes.
So we're going to wrap up 2021. It was supposed to be better than 2020. In a lot of aspects, it was.
It was.
Yes.
Yeah.
And as we head into the new year, we just hope that you'll stay safe. Have a very happy new year, and keep it right here with us, because we got some fun things coming up that we got planned, and hopefully they'll all come to fruition, and
more for you in 2022.
Exactly. We're
That's
gonna
right.
we're gonna
More to come.
We're gonna close the door on 2021 and make 2022 a much better year for everybody.
That's
Stay
right.
classy, San Diego.
That's right.
The next time we talk to you, we haven't talked to you in a year, man.
Yeah. See you next
Oh man,
year.
you messed my joke up.
Oh,
that's
there's the cliche joke. See you next year.
See you next year.
Thanks so much again for all your support. Bama Geeks on social media at Bama Geeks, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. So, bye.
Bye. I'm sorry. I didn't know if you had more going on with that. So
I'll see you guys next year.
bye.
Take care, everyone.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.